of that. That's,
and
that's pretty amazing. So, can I sign up with you now? This is great. Yes. So how does your customer define your customer service? How do you monitor it? How do you interact? And how do you take what you've learned from your customers to change or modify your own customer service? Was that the question? Good customer service on my part.
That's right. You know, I'll start there. I think there were about 4 or 5 parts, but in general, I think, you know, for us, we have no contracts with our service. So even though we're a postpaid wireless provider, there are no contracts. So ultimately, you know, our customers tell us every month. When they stay with us, then we know that we're providing good quality service to them. So that's first and foremost what we look at. I think we also certainly rely on outside sources. We were real pleased here this last month to be ranked as the top no contract provider by Consumer Reports. And that, you know, is an example of our customers through surveys raising their hands and saying, you know, we're really satisfied and giving us those high levels of support. A similar type vein through our relationship with ARP, we do research where we'll go out and talk to members who have used our service over the last year and score their satisfaction with us. So we have a number of kind of, you know, touch points where we can get actual feedback from people saying how we're doing. So that's part of how we measure our success. I think in terms of what they want from customer service, a lot of that is, again, trying to reduce pain points. So how do we make sure they don't have to call? You know, let's find things that they don't like and make sure that they don't occur. And then a lot of it is just, you know, what you and I like, right? So they want the call to be answered quickly. They want somebody to be friendly. Yeah, those things all go into that satisfaction that ultimately keeps them coming back month after month.
I like that. Reduce pain points. That's right there. Customer service in 3 words. Anyone else?
Well, there are a number of reasons that customers call, and what makes them happy depends on the reason they're calling. Some people just want to send the product back. We have a 90-day return policy. And for those people, we do measure how many people who call and want to send it back, but by having the customer service rep explain to them what they're doing wrong or how they could be better using the product, et cetera, and we call it a save. So we measure that. But I think what the customers in a lot of cases are looking for is a good experience on the phone, because the outcome's going to kind of be a given. If they want to send it back, they're going to send it back. We say there's no questions asked, but we kind of ask questions while you're sending it back. But in the end, it's really about the experience they have on the phone, and does the customer service rep listen? Are they respectful? As I said, do they give you their name? You know, we have a Southern thing in our company. We call people sir and ma'am. You know, the seniors tend to like that. So if you can build the right customer experience on the phone, even if they end up sending your product back, what we find is in the end they end up buying from our company again, because just because they didn't like one product doesn't mean they won't like the next one. So we try to make sure that the experience is as, you know, satisfactory for the customer as the end result that they're calling for.
Now, we're obviously talking about call centers and mostly a telephonic communication. What other customer service, I know Lori brought up a social networking, but what other aspects of customer service interaction do you see, or do you see going forward, or, you know, it's all phone-based?
Well, one thing I'd say that's related to that's important, I think, for all of us to understand, and that is we talk about what the customer experience is and what we personally think about, but there's a lot in the customer service organization and methodology that you do that is good for the company to become a better company. It is really the early warning system for product defects and products that have issues, and listening to how you can make products better. What is it that people, when they call up and they say, boy, we like your product, but if it only did this. It's really how you can learn to be a better company, not just in customer service, but in developing and marketing products to your customer. And so as you move to the future, I think it's important that we come up with ways that you have this interactive methodology that you can capture what the essence of what the customer is saying. And we do that by listening to the calls. And so the executives get together every week, and we spend a couple hours listening to phone calls into the customer call center and into the sales side. And because there's more to it than simply the outcome of did the customer get off and seem happy. It's what are they saying in the call. And so you have to find ways, whether it's online or actually just through the voice, that what's the customer really saying about what they think about your company. And that's how, again, as I said, that's how you improve. And it's really the underlying factor that makes great companies great, is understanding that's how you improve your company continually through the customer service organization. So you have to capture that, and that's why we will never move to a totally automated voice system where you just take people through the paces. There's a lot deeper understanding that's available.
Can I add on just real quick? I think one of the things you said there was, is it just the call center? And for us, really, we've got a phrase internally, every touch counts. And I think when you think about customer service, it really goes well beyond just, I called in because I had a problem or I needed support. It starts, from the sales call to our shipping department. We need to make sure that our shipping department has processed that phone quickly and accurately so that when they get it, they've got everything there, that the materials that our marketing department's put together to make that out-of-box experience very, very positive are good. We don't want them to open up the 400-page manual and get scared when it first comes out of the box. When they get that first bill, it needs to be accurate and easy to read. So it's every touch throughout that experience with the customer. Time to go.
Time for me to go sleep.
That's
Sorry.
right. So that they're satisfied with their experience before they need to call, and then